A few weeks ago, I was on a training hike, and out of the blue, it started snowing. The wind picked up, the trail got sketchy, and I had a moment. Should I keep going or turn back? I kept going, and that experience has taught me more about training for a big hike than any gym session ever has. Here's what I've learned. So you decided to do a multi-day hike. Your first instinct is to train hard, back-to-back days, strength training on top of that. But that's the fastest way to get injured. A twisted ankle over a rock or a root can set you back weeks. A knee that gives out from doing too much too soon can end your trip before it begins. Train hard, but also be super careful with injury prevention on your mind. Maybe you go hard on a Sunday and do a big training hike. And on Monday, you're sore and you're tired and you're busy and you just don't have time for that stretch session and you skip it. And then during the week, you go at it again and you go on a big training hike while your body hasn't fully recovered. That's not training. That's breaking yourself down. Sleep, stretch, give your body time to rebuild so you can push yourself on the next hike. Recovery isn't a day off. It's part of the training. A baseline is a goal, and the goal should be about 70 to 80% effort of maybe the toughest day that you will encounter on the multi-day trail. For me, on the Walker's Route, that's 5,000 to 5,500 feet of elevation gain and descent with a 20 to 25 pound pack. Once you hit that baseline, hold it for a couple of weeks. Condition your body to do it without being crushed. Work up to it incrementally. I started at 3,000 feet and added 500 feet every week until I got there. Work out not for muscle building or for aesthetics, but for core and functional strength. You want your core to be strong so that when you're descending on a rocky trail or you're hiking up a boulder section of the trail, you have the stability and the functional strength to be able to get through that trail. This is something that we hikers sometimes leave to the last minute because we see this item as a packing item, not as a training item. But training with your actual boots, pack, and poles is how you find the kinks before the trail does. Blisters, shoulder rub, hot spots, discover them now and make the adjustments. That way, you can forget about them and enjoy the trail. Eating and drinking while moving is a skill. On a multi-day hike, you need to maintain energy, not just for one day, but for multiple days. Training is where you figure out your rhythm. How much water, which electrolytes work for your stomach, which snacks give you real energy. Don't assume a big breakfast can carry you through. In alpine terrain, you need to keep fueled all day. Figure that out now, not on the trail. But here's one thing no one talks about. The mental side. You can be physically ready, baseline hit, gear packed, everything checked, and you can still be standing on a mountain in the rain and wind, terrain sketchy and slippery, fog making it hard to see the trail, or just exhausted, staring up at a pass that feels impossible. Your brain will spiral. It happens to everyone. The only way to prepare for that is to meet it during training. Push yourself, not recklessly, but enough to get a taste of those moments. It happened to me on the training hike. All of a sudden, it started snowing. The terrain got sketchy, and I had to ask myself, should I turn around or keep going? Those moments build your mental capacity to stay calm when it really counts. Whether you're doing the Walker's Route or the Tour du Mont Blanc, or any other hike in the Alps, these 6 tips apply. I'm doing the Walker's Route this summer, starting July 23rd, 14 days from Chamonix to Zermatt. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. The Walker's Route is a very tough hike, but at the same time, I'm the most prepared that I've ever been. If you want to follow along, subscribe. I'll be filming every day on the trail. And if you're training for something big yourself, remember, injury prevention, recovery, build your baseline, strengthen your core, train with your gear, feel right, and also train your mind. The mountain will test all of it. Los senderos del mundo nos esperan. ¡Vamos!